In this video, I'm showing you how I stay active and fit during a lockdown using very minimal equipment. The workouts I do are mostly at home Pilates using a mat, lots of stretching daily, as well as standing workouts like here in my room doing YouTube videos, as well as taking advantage of the park using the monkey bars, going out onto the park field and practicing hand balancing. So if you're like me and you don't have access to any weights, but you do have some resistance bands and yourself, that's all you really need. This is mostly all body weight, then this is perfect for you. It is hard, but this helps me get up.
What time do you get up for work, Sharon?
I don't start work until like 8:45, so I can wake up anytime before then.
But do you like do a workout after this?
Yeah, I'll normally stretch or go for a walk after this. So the 15-minute workout, we start off with warm-up as always, doing some side stretches and windmills, and then the 15-minute workout was focused on core, so a lot of forearm plank holds and then forearm plank with knee taps, which are very brutal, and then some core workouts, so just some crunches with an isometric hold at the end where we hold it at that point of tension for a few seconds, and then some more crunch variations, and then here we have some toe tap crunches, really good for the lower core, and then we have some scoops on each leg. I don't know what the proper name is, but they are such a burner for your lower core. I highly recommend doing it. And then doing some V-sits, and my glasses always come off when I work out, which is really annoying. They just slip and slide off. And then doing some dish holds. Recently, especially in lockdown, I've been trying to get into the habit of stretching every morning, and before stretching I like to do a quick 10 to 15 minute workout to really warm up. On Monday, this day, I focused on stretching my needle scale, so I have just been learning how to get it and learning how to progress. I only started stretching about a couple of years ago since I started pole, really on and off. I would only do a class once a week, but I only really started stretching consistently since about end of June this year, and even then I've noticed a massive improvement. I'm not going to go too into detail with all the stretching drills and exercises that I do, but if you guys would like a video more on that, then let me know. What I've been basically doing is following these pre-recorded videos that are run by a pole studio that I go to. So I pay $12 every week to get a lesson pre-recorded, and there's a different lesson released each week focusing on a different area of the body. So yeah, that's what I'm doing, and I'm hoping to get my needle scales by the end of this year. Then it is 2 o'clock and I'm having a late lunchtime walk. So I think this day I had lunch at my desk so I could go for a walk later. So depending on how busy it is during the day, I like to walk for at least 30 to 40 minutes. For a little bit, I wanted to try and get 8,000 steps in every day, along with the exercising and stretching that I'm doing. But after a while, it kind of got difficult, and it's actually really hard to hit 8,000 steps, especially when you're walking with a dog that stops every 5 seconds and tires out. So now for me, the sole purpose of going on a walk is, not just for exercise itself, but really to enjoy being outside, to get the serotonin from the sun, and just to break up the day after being cooped up all day inside working, and it really helps lift my mood as well. Then at 9 o'clock that same night, I had just finished work at home a little bit later than usual, and if you watch my day in the life video, normally I do Pilates around 5:30, 5-ish after work, but I still wanted to get another quick workout in, so I'm working out with my sister who's on the side, and we're doing just a quick 10-minute ab workout from Chloe Ting. And then after I did that 10-minute video with her, I did another 10-minute standing ab workout. I was pretty tired by the time it was 9 o'clock, but I thought to myself, I'm going to have a shower anyway. I may as well sweat for another extra 20 minutes because I wasn't going to go to sleep until a couple of hours later. So yeah, I got so sweaty from doing this workout. This was definitely a high intensity cardio workout. So it was just good just to get moving, and I don't know if you can see, but I'm like drenched with sweat here. And to the next morning, it's Tuesday, and I woke up around 7ish and went and got Obi out ready. And today I was doing an outdoor walk and a park workout, and I had to show one of our neighbors' dogs. Her name is Berry, and isn't this just the cutest little thing you've ever seen? So yeah, we're just walking. This is us walking at the park. This is me trying to get a nice shot. and then I am looking back at the camera, and then I have to go back and pick up the camera, so that's what I'm doing there. So at the park, I like to take advantage of the monkey bars. Here I am just giving it a wipe because we are in these COVID times, and I actually forgot to record with my camera the warm-ups that I was doing, but I just did some windmills and some shoulder pullbacks with the resistance band that's on the floor. And then this other warm-up that I'm doing are called scap pull-ups, and essentially you're keeping your arms still and only retracting your shoulder blades. This is a really good warm-up to activate those shoulder and back muscles, and when I used to do CrossFit, we would always do these as a warm-up, especially if we're going to do pull-ups that day. Then the next exercise that I'm doing are some assisted pull-ups. So I did a couple without the band, but I fatigued and I'm getting really weak during lockdown, so I'm continuing by doing these pull-ups, and using the band really helps you to progress and build up your strength, and over time you will be able to do them unassisted. So after doing upper body, I'm then moving on to core, and I'm starting off with some straight leg raises. I absolutely love these ones for the lower core. They are an absolute burner. They help you to really engage your lower core, and also even use some of your leg flexibility when fatiguing, or if you want a progression, you can also do knee tucks, which is what I'm doing here. Then moving on to triceps, I'm starting off with tricep pull downs. One of my go-to exercises. The higher or lower you pull on the resistance band, the harder that you make it. I'm also supersetting these with overhead tricep extensions. Again, the higher or lower that you pull, the more resistance that you give. And then to finish off, I'm doing classic tricep dips. I'm putting one foot on top of the other to actually make it harder, so that there's more weight for my triceps to push on. Then at 8:50 that night, after finishing work, I'm doing a 30-minute mat Pilates workout, doing Move by Nicole's videos. I mentioned this in the last day in the live video, but I love her style. She includes a warm-up and a cool down with stretching, and I find her videos to be really challenging, despite how short some of them are. Even though Pilates is low impact, it is still very challenging, helps me to focus on my balance, my core strength, my flexibility, and it's just really complimentary, especially because I'm doing pole. So yeah, really highly recommend. Lots of leg circles, arm circles, pulses, isometric holding, and focus on core strength. Then after this, I decided to do some headstands just for fun, because I was warm from the Pilates workout. Every once in a while, or during the week, I've been trying to do it at least a couple times a week, just to make sure I improve how long I can do a headstand for. I only really started learning this almost about a year ago. So I first started trying during the first lockdown, and I could not even balance at all. I had to always use the wall, and it's just really good to see how far I've come along, and I'm using this time in lockdown now to really practice it, because I haven't really practiced it otherwise. Then after about 5 to 10 minutes of doing the headstand practice, I am doing another 30 to 40 minute stretch session, this time focusing on hip mobility and middle splits. So this looks really weird, but I'm doing some froggy variations, a lot of active dynamic stretching, and here I am just working on my middle splits and doing it against the stair or the wall so that I get more of an accurate split. And Wednesday, bright and early at 7 o'clock, I woke up to do another 15-minute Zoom workout. This time the class was focused on glutes, so we were using the glute band to do a lot of donkey kicks, squat walks, a lot of pulsing and kicking, and some glute bridges. And because my legs were nice and warm, I stretched for another 30 to 40 minutes doing a split stretching session. So doing a lot of active flexibility. So it doesn't look like I'm doing much here, but I'm driving my foot into the ground while I stretch. So that's really good active flexibility, and activates your legs a lot more than passive flexibility, passive stretching does. So that's just staying still in your stretches. So here I am just working on my splits and also my over splits on both legs. Then at lunchtime, I had a little lunchtime walk, so it was about 1:22 p.m. And again, I'm not so much focused on the number of steps I can get, but really just going outside, enjoying the sun, and really just having this walk for Obi so that he can get outside, and as a way for me to break up the day after being inside all day working from home. Then at 5:45 p.m. after finishing work, I am doing a 25-minute yoga Pilates workout, again doing a video with Move with Nicole on YouTube. This one was more of a focus on stretching and balance work. Again, I love Pilates. I love how it makes me feel, and I'm finding that in lockdown I'm doing more low impact activities like walking and Pilates and stretching, because I don't have any gym equipment, any weights or anything like that. I can't really train that way at home. Definitely excited to get back into the gym and the dance studio when we're out of lockdown. So now it's Thursday, and I woke up a little bit later than usual. I woke up at 8 o'clock, And because I only had about 45 minutes to spare, I didn't do a quick 10-minute workout or 15-minute workout to start. I went straight into stretching, and this lesson was focused on toes and knees. So that's focusing on the quad strength and really trying to get those beautiful lines that you want in dancing, including in your back bends and candlesticks, which I'm doing here. Then for my lunchtime midday reset walk, it was just a walk with Obi. And I also used the time to play on the field and do some cheeky headstands and handstands. And this day was actually a really big day for me. I managed to hold my straddle headstand, as you see here, for about 50 seconds. And then I randomly decided to practice freestanding handstands, which I never do. I just stick with headstands because I don't have space at home to train handstands. And I randomly just tried it and I held it for a second here. So this is the reel that I made of it. Then at about 5:15 to 5:30 that day on Thursday, I did another Pilates session with my sister. So I think we did a 20 to 30 minute, probably 30-minute video, another Move with Nicole video. Sorry, I forgot to record which one I did. But yeah, again, love Pilates, love how low impact it is, how it really improves your flexibility, and it's something that you can do after even being active throughout the day and you're not too fatigued. Then on Friday morning, I woke up a little bit later than usual, 7:40 a.m. And this morning I did a stretching session. This is a focus or goal. It's a chest stand, and this is my beautiful and flexible goals instructor named Coco. Doing chest stands requires a lot of strength in your back. This is a cobra that we did, and we had to hold it for 6 minutes, and oh my god, I was dead. Like, holding this position kills. So cobras, and yeah, lots of back flexibility and also some active leg flexibility as well, as you need that. Doing some dish rocks here, which are really tough and super tiring. This is what they're meant to look like. Look at Coco go. She is freaking phenomenal and just ridiculously strong and flexible. It is insane. So yeah, just spent the Friday morning trying to get those chest stands. I'm really far away from getting them, but it's good to work on that upper back flexibility. Then at about 4:30 p.m, my sister and I went outside to the park to do an outdoor workout instead of our usual Pilates indoor at home. Here we are just warming up, doing some skips, warming up our shoulders, our hip flexors and our arms, and then starting off this little circuit that we made up. We are starting off with 30 skips. And as we did each round, so we're doing 3 rounds of this little circuit. Second and third round, we increase the skips by 10 and 20. So after 30 skips, then we're doing some crab walks, 10 on each leg. I actually hate doing crab walks or anything squat related. I fatigue really bad in this position, but I guess that means it's working. Then moving on to core, we did some shoulder tap planks as well as some knee raise in the planks. Looking at this now, I probably should have kept my butt a little bit lower, but either way, it was still a burner for the shoulders. Then after this, we moved on to doing some inchworm burpees. So inchworm and going into a high plank and then coming back up into a burpee. And I think I did it the other way around this time. No, we ended up changing it. We changed it to do just basic shoulder taps and then burpees. Okay, I don't know what this is, but we're just getting moving. Then moving on to the second round, doing 40 skips. Then working on glutes, just doing some classic banded glute bridges. These are so good for your back. When I first started working from home last year in the first lockdown, I actually had some lower back issues and I had to go see a physio, and she recommended as part of my rehab to actually do these glute bridges. And as you'll see in the next bit that we also did single leg glute bridges, which are insanely hard, so difficult, but they are so freaking good for you, really good for your back. If you have a weak back, it's usually because you have weak glutes, so definitely recommend doing this. Then working on some upper body, we are doing some push-ups, doing them on my toes, and yeah, just trying to keep everything straight, focusing on my core. And then after push-ups, we are doing a little mini ab circuit. So starting with some Pilates hundreds, just doing that for about 20 seconds and then pulling up into Russian twist. So doing 15 on each side. Then after the Russian twist, we are doing 15 classic crunches. I forgot to mention that so far in the exercises, we did take a 5 to 10 second break, but with this ab circuit, no breaks at all. Then from that, doing 10 V-sits, and then doing some bicycles, 10, and then again doing some 10-second dish hold. My sister wanted to murder me at the end of the circuit. This was actually really tough without taking any breaks, but we did it. And then round 3, starting off with 50 skips. Then moving on to glutes, we are doing these exercises on both legs. The first exercise are banded clams, so 10 on each leg, and then doing 10 leg pulses. Again, taking this from Pilates, it isn't a burn without some pulses. Then to end the entire circuit, we are doing a 1 minute plank hold. Then after that 15-minute burner of a workout, I'm just practicing some handstand conditioning and handstand stuff for fun, trying to recreate the magic that I had on Thursday where I managed to hold my handstand for a second, but this day did not go well. Here I'm just doing some bunny hops and they're really good conditioning for handstands. Here I am attempting to do freestanding handstands and they are just not working, but hey, it takes practice. And I think I told you guys that I couldn't even kick up to a wall about a year ago. I only learnt how to do a cartwheel early this year, so it's pretty good for me. Then bright and early Saturday, 8 a.m, I went for a 1 hour walk with Obi and we went to the park again and I just played a little bit on the monkey bars, not doing any proper exercise. I just did some scap pull downs here and I tried to do this pole move called the handspring, which I was able to do once upon a time. This is what it's meant to look like. This was back in March earlier this year. And here is me attempting and just not knowing what the F I'm doing. So yeah, that was close, but not quite. And then I did a couple of other pole moves called the shoulder mount and I did it on both sides. I haven't really played too much around the pole. I think I've only done pole moves like 2 times this entire lockdown at the park. I should really do it more, but yeah, that's what I'm doing. Then after that, I went back home, had a shower and had a little bit of a dance break before cleaning my room. Dancing and cleaning your room definitely counts as a workout too, right? Then the next day on Sunday at about 9:45, I started the day off doing some stretching, so just focusing on my back bends, my candlestick pulses. Then after about 40 minutes of stretching, I just did some random glute exercises for about 5 to 10 minutes. I am doing this backward stock walk that I saw Megan Thee Stallion doing in her hottie boot camp and I was like, I'm gonna try it, and I did it on the heels, and this is really good to get the Megan knees. And then after that I wanted to murder my glutes by doing some single leg banded glute bridges. And then about after an hour later or so of doing all of this, I headed to the park to FaceTime my older sister and catch up with her, and we just FaceTimed at the park, just practicing our handstands and headstands. Nothing serious, not a proper intense workout, just catching up and having some fun and doing like 5 to 10 minutes worth of the hand balancing.
Say hi. Can't see you. Say hi. Oh wait, I'm wearing AirPods, lol. I'm wearing AirPods so they can't hear. Idiota. Alright, they can see me. Oh, Obi's here. Hi. Alright, do you want to do some bunny hops?
So that concludes my week of workouts video. I hope you found it helpful. I hope this video shows you that you really don't need any equipment at all to get your fitness journey started, to get active and get moving. You can do it in a tiny little space in your room like I did one night, or you can go and enjoy the sun if you have access to going outside and just, you know, do anything. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and also don't forget to rest. I didn't rest this week, but I did take a few days off the next week. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and follow my socials if you want to see more. Thank you guys. Bye.